Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. Oof, jeez. We're back with another Shaman deck, and it is another Spellstone Shaman deck. This time it comes to us from Cema, and it's their Snow Fury Shaman combo list. So very similar to Kiwi's list that we actually just got done playing. Kiwi's list obviously a budget deck though, and this one has a bit more dust spent on it. So the main thing here, as we were talking about at the end of the last video, is Earth Elemental. We've actually got Earth Elemental in here, one of the key pieces of this list. A great target for your Sapphire Spellstones to copy. Phenomenal target for Ancestral Spirit. If your opponent doesn't have a Silence or a Polymorph or something like that, this is going to slow the game right down to a halt. And that's exactly where we want to be. If they don't bash through it, then they also risk us summoning copies of the buffed Earth Elemental, which is almost assuredly game over. So some of the key differences here between other lists that are out there: we don't have any Acolyte of Pains in here, so no Acolyte Volcano combos going on. No Hot Spring Guardian. The only healing we have is in the Healing Rain. But Cema has just chosen to include a couple of Earth Shocks, which I really like right now. We're seeing quite a lot of Twilight Drakes around, quite a lot of various buffs. I think Earth Shock is a nice utility to help get through those. Other than that, some of the big differences are in the late game. We've got a copy of Alakir and a copy of Lich King. Lich King, just a fantastic threat. Your opponent does have to do something about it, lest they get snowballed with you getting a bunch of advantage, and does have Taunt, so can help us survive to those later turns. I think if we ever get to copy a Lich King, it's going to be, oh my gosh, living the dream. The curious addition here is Alakir. I think this is a card that we're definitely going to have to play some games with to see what Cema's thoughts behind this were. Obviously, it's a great card to copy with our Spellstones. It's also a card that, because it has charge and has an immediate impact on board, that's really good for us because we don't have a lot of options to do such a thing. You know, we can clear the entire board with Lightning Storm or Volcano, but rarely can we follow up with something unless it's a Snow Fury Giant. And Alakir gives us another way to produce a threat and also control of our opponent's board, which is something that we really want. The other key addition here that we've got is Farsight. This is potentially going to allow us to combo a little bit quicker. It's going to allow us to see more cards. If we ever get Farsight onto a Spellstone or one of these big threats, it's just a really big benefit to us, and could allow us to get under some slower strategies, which is really cool. Other than that, we've got Feral Spirit in here. I guess the closest thing that we can compare this to is Drakari Defender, which is Defender, because we don't know how to spell Drakari, which is this boy. Obviously, we could be playing both, but I think it's probably a conscious choice from Cema to go for the Feral Spirit over the Drakari Defender. Obviously, the Feral Spirit is better if your opponent has cards like Hunter's Mark or single targeted removal, Polymorph, this kind of stuff. However, I think the Drakari Defender is better against decks like Odd Rogue that don't have ways to just, or have very few ways to individually kill one minion. Obviously, they have Vile Spine and things like that, but that comes a bit later in the game. So it'll be real cool to see the difference between Drakari Defender and Feral Spirit in action. But yeah, other than that, we'll jump into some games and we'll see how we go. Okay. Here with Cema's Snow Fury Shaman.
For Doomhammer.
Okay, so if we think that it's this heal aggro zoo thing, we probably, I guess Volcano on the coin is good. I think so. Probably want to send these two back. I think we need more options rather than combo pieces. Question is, do we keep this healing rain? I think we do. Even though it's a bit risky, like we could draw two extremely high costed things here and just do nothing for those first couple of turns. I think this is definitely a deck where we might want to have the healing rain. Obviously we don't want to play it like whilst they have a Light Warden out, but I think we want it at some point early on. Bronson, how we doing? Good to see you. How's the weekend? Do you do any pre-releasing? We don't need two healing rains. That's not good. Like, we really wanted to see like our Earth Shock or our loot hoarders and stuff like that.
In the light's name.
So obviously, like, healing rain is a slight liability against the Light Warden, but I think we are going to try to coin this volcano. Ooh, that's another good pickup. But our opponent started tapping real early, so... this healing totem's a bit... Oh my gosh. This healing totem's not good. I had a huge sealed stream on Saturday night. Oh, you were pre-releasing on MTGO? I think we're fine to just Lightning Storm here. This heals up, so the Tar Creeper can't take care of it, which might be relevant. Did both, Paper and Moto. Wow. Getting on that grind. Of course it was lots of fun. Yeah, I think the general consensus was that people were enjoying themselves. You know, people were enjoying a little bit of simpler Magic. Not to say that the power level wasn't there, but...
Unleash me.
Oh no. So feeling pretty good here. As long as they don't drop a Light Warden, we might be able to get this healing rain off. I only planned to do one sealed on Moto, then had a big host and ended up streaming till 4 AM. That's awesome. That's really awesome, dude.
Why do you call?
I definitely know the feel too. Like, you know, when you got a nice viewership going on, you just want to keep smashing it. Do we go for the second volcano here? Or do we try to kind of almost bait them in a little bit? Like, these Feral Spirits actually match up pretty well. So, yeah, let's play a little greedy. Played until 4 AM, then got up at 8:30 for breakfast and pre-release. Oh my gosh. You fool. Yeah, no, I did about 20 hours over the weekend, so I'm thoroughly exhausted. Just get this healing rain off now. Killing the Tar Creeper gets the most toughness off the board, which means even if they have a follow-up that involves like a Sea Giant, we might be able to get the full clear with a Volcano. Ah. Someone call for the doctor. I like this. This list does not have a lot of ways to deal with 8 toughness. There's very few spells. Chizzy Gizang and the Fungal Enchanter. How greedy are we? I kind of want to drop this Lich King. Because they're 1 damage off. So hopefully this baits out like a Leroy or a Doomguard. Something like that, or a Soulfire.
Your magic shall not save me.
Spellbreaker. Spellbreaker Doomguard face? Soulfire. Getting rid of the other Soulfire. Well, if they go face here, unless this is a Light Warden. Or this is a Light Warden. So we do have the healing ring. I think we want maximum healing rain on our you can still copy Lich, or is the copy silenced? The copy is silenced, I believe. Because it copies stats and stuff. I think we want maximum heal on our face, so I'm going to do this first. Actually, we'll do... yeah, I guess 2 copies is about as good as it's going to get. So they got 7, we're on 12. They have no Soulfires, so like Leroy Doomguard would have done it. Not today. Obviously they're on 16, so any comment, like they'd have to full clear our board or kill us this turn to not die. Nice. Okay. We are back here. We did just have BattleNet just went down, so we are going to be dealing with some frame rate issues for a little bit. Went down right in the middle of an interesting game up against a priest, where we were probably going to get to see the difference between Feral Spirit and Drakari Defender. But as someone pointed out in the chat, the difference between Feral Spirit and Drakari Defender is that when you play Feral Spirit, BattleNet goes down. Okay, so not Quest Warrior. No 1-drops, so maybe not an aggressive kind of warrior. What are we coining out?
Let the pain
Acolyte.
speak to me.
They did coin this out, so maybe their hand looks a bit goofy.
Hey, give me that!
So, unsure of that one. Maybe we could have just like Earth Shocked and then gone face. But hopefully this is slowed down our opponent enough. Ooh, that's a good one. There's a real good one. We do need to be aware that Warrior has plenty of ways to remove singular big targets, lots of executes, and the like. But I think we still want to slam this Earth Elemental down. Yeah, I think if we're going to win, we're gonna have to fight through executes and brawls anyway.
Nice little raptors.
So,
Special armor. Strong and shiny.
okay. So, no execute, or at least not enough mana to have to play the execute. Healing is interesting here, probably not going to create too much of a difference. Would have been interesting if we could have pulled off the turn where we remove both of their threats and get to healing rain. Make sure that the Earth Elemental isn't damaged anymore. Crushing plus face to upgrade the stones. That's definitely an option. I think we probably want to hold these crushing hands a little bit. You know, a lot of controlling warriors are still going to lean pretty heavy on cards like Rotface or Lich King, maybe even Ysera. And there is the execute. So, still happy with that.
Speak to me.
See if we can roll spell damage. Never.
What to do?
Might be playing this one a bit too passively, but don't really want to spend a crushing hand on an Acolyte of Pain.
What now?
But the Acolyte of Pain is a really good blocker for our volcanoes. Yeah, we'll just go Lich King here. See if they have the second execute. The main issue with this is it's actually pretty reasonable for them to play another like weaker minion and brawl, but there's the second execute, so don't have to worry about so much anymore. Doom Pact's probably not going to be relevant this game. And we're crushing just to make sure that we don't overdraw. Gets the Acolyte out of the way. So now our volcanoes are good, and most of our threats should be good. Obviously not so much to brawl. So maybe we want to try and find an Ancestral Spirit, so that we can go Snow Fury Ancestral and then copy them. So, let's see if they want to fire off a brawl here. Like, maybe we shouldn't have totemed for that reason. Shields. It's definitely not something we're factoring in. Oh. There it is. Fortunately, we need to overload something to get it off. We could have crushing one of our own minions, I guess. Could have fired off a lightning storm for no value.
Daddy, make toys out of you! Truth is found in death.
So, a feral spirit here. So, mostly because I think we want to get rid of our totems. Eventually, before we copy giant. We'll let our opponent do that. Like, this board at least should hopefully make our opponent want to do something about it.
Special armor, strong and shiny.
But by having this costing 0 means we can go off with the 7 cost Spellstone, and we can save the 4 cost Spellstone for the next time we want to do something. I want to get rid of turns before we copy giant because we're all... Yeah, so the plan is to copy a giant that has an ancestral spirit on it. So even if they brawl, we still get a bunch of... we still get a bunch of totems. A bunch of Snow Fury giants.
What to do? Always look job done.
This is pretty good. They have to have like double brawl here. And things are going to get real dicey if for instance they don't have the shield slam. If one of these Snow Fury giants lives and they don't have the shield slam for it, then we can just copy it again. Okay, sweet. So we got 2 brawls out. Do we copy the Earth Elemental? That is the question. My concern is if they also have a Doom Pact.
What to do?
So I think we're actually going to play it super conservatively here. Like our 8/8s can get it done. It's up to them to provide an answer to it. Wait for another spirit. That's totally right as well. We can wait for our second ancestral spirit before we do anything. We can't combo it with the Earth Elemental, which sucks. Like on one turn. But if we did pick one up whilst we have a Snow Fury on board, we can even heal it to full before we copy it. If they slam a Doom Pact here, though, 100% we Earth Elemental and Sapphire Spellstone. Interesting. They did have the inner rage, right? So this could be some kind of combo list. There's the other shield slam. Come on, Ancestral Spirit off the top. Interesting. Yeah, dead man. So one more shield slam left. Interesting that they were so keen to clear off that totem. I think I'm actually gonna Healing Rain here. Just in case there's some like Grom shenanigans coming our way. Make it slightly harder. Oh, King Mosh! I think I saw this list on Hearthstone. It's a pretty sick one. Six cards in her deck. Our opponent dead man's hand. Did. Of course.
I wonder.
Let's go. If they want a Doom Pact, they can. If they have the Doom Pact and they want to do it, they can do it. Maybe he has Darius. Yeah? I think this is more just like a general control list. Just... Ooh. That's a spicy one. Ah, now's where that Healing Rain would have really come in useful. What's our card count? We're at 5, they're at 12. This Mana Tide is just to make sure that they can't kill all of them with one hit. Low key, this ancestral healing could come in useful. Oh, okay, so they do have another Grom in hand. Using the last charge. Ah. Makes sense.
Its ashes.
So Alakir dies if they have the oh no. Because we're gonna deal some damage to them, so doesn't die to the shield slam. Dies to the shield slam if they have another shield block. I don't think they've played the second shield block. They did have the Doom Pact. Oh, brutal. That whole time they had the Doom Pact.
I'm almost out of cards.
Yeah, I think we're done. They're 8 cards ahead of us.
I'm out of cards.
Can we possibly win? Like, we're gonna take 3, 6, 10. We're gonna take like 15 fatigue damage before they even take 1. If any deck was going to grind through those giants, it's going to be Warrior. Yeah. Oh. He truly drew an extra card. He's just going to warpath through these so you don't have to take any damage. Drawing the extra card is a real weird one though. They're going to use these charges on our face? No. Well, that might be our one out, friends, is our opponent goofing. Oh my gosh.
I'm almost
Make a frog out of a totem? I think we might make a frog out of a totem at some point.
I'm out of cards. I can wait longer. A worthy fool.
Of course, they just have the combo. GG. Well played to our opponent. Yeah, they even had the Doom Pact. Ah, that was a really tight one, but yeah, they played it well. Maybe we should have pulled the trigger on the second Spellstone a bit earlier. Hard to say. We'll be back with one more.
Versus Malfurion.
All right.
I must protect.
First Druid of the day.
For Doomhammer.
I think we'll keep a Farsight. Try to. Oh, jeez. This could be bad if our opponent's on like actually on just an aggro strategy.
Mind if I roll knee?
Closer than I thought we would get against a control warrior. Yeah. That is for sure. Maybe we should have been more patient and waited for the ancestral spirit.
Mind if I roll knee?
Ideally, we want to try and hit a Spellstone really soon, because these giants are a bit of a brick until we find another. Jeez, come on. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Do we crushing hand this? I guess we got to get the ball rolling at some point, right? Is this draw, or draw armor? Draw armor. Draw. You gonna Spellstone this? Coin 2. Coin Wildcraft. Not the worst draw in the world. Might provoke a swipe out of our opponent. Naturalize. Ooh. Yucky. What don't we want to burn? The other Spellstone, I guess.
My hand is too full.
That's a good one. Fortunately, not a lot of tasty morsels for us to drop. Guess we can like...
There is little time.
So if they have the other naturalized, they have it. Like, we're gonna burn some cards, and that sucks. I may be saving the second naturalize to use with Hadronox.
Onward, friends, to adventure!
Weird. They're just giving us the hex on Hadronox.
Fluffy, Snuggles, fetch!
We're gonna need a volcano up in here. No dice. Big turn there, but actually not sure if it's going to be enough. Especially because we can't follow up with any of the cards in our hand.
What to do?
Wants to get rid of the Oak Heart, not the not this guy. Can't have too many dragons left in the deck. Maybe Ysera and the other Primordial Drake.
Warriors of the frozen wastes,
So yeah, no dragons left. Weird that they left that on the board.
job's done.
Sure, I have a frog.
Yummy shroomies.
Gloom Eater, just in the deck. Really interesting. Well, as much as I want to get copies of like Lich King or Alakir, I think we'll just go for a bunch of Taunt Snow Fury Giants and play the Feral Spirit. Next turn we can follow up with stuff. What is this bad against? Could they be playing Starfall? Maybe. Maybe we should have totemed and try and hit a healing totem. we grinded through a lot. Yes, we definitely got through a bunch of those sleepy dragons. Our opponent giving us the Hadronox is super weird. Like, control Shaman. Like, as if they're running less than 2 hexes. Sweet, now we can land our Lich King. Ooh. No, we gotta land the Lich King. If this thing sticks around for more than a turn. Ooh. Anti-magic shell. Swipe. Nourish cards. Or do you have the answer? It'd be like naturalize here, swipe here. Okay. Opponent is back in the mix. I think this Ancestral Spirited Alakir might be just the last little bit we need.
I'm almost out of cards.
Spellstone? Armor Spellstone. It's okay, because the next one is a little bit tougher.
I can see.
Boom! Got him. That was a nice one. Jeez, we're getting some tough ones today. The Control Warrior and the Hadronox Row. They gave us a bit of a freebie there, it feels like, with the like, you got to be saving the naturalizers for the Hadronox turn. And they just fired it off a little bit too early, it feels. But yeah, so that was Cema's Snow Fury Shaman. I like this one a little bit better than the previous one we played, but obviously it is a bit more of an expensive deck. The Farsights were we missed a little bit, but I think the Farsights are really good. Still unsure about how I feel over Feral Spirit versus Drakari Defender. And I'd love to try swapping this Alakir over for something like a Hagatha or something along those lines. The Earth Elementals were fantastic, and all the control was really good. The Earth Shocks proved pretty useful. This Ancestral Healing was so-so. Like, this could probably be a different flex card. Is there anything that we were really missing? I can't think of anything that we'd really want in this deck, other than just trying to find the right threats and find the right flex slots. But I think this is a great place to start, and I'd love to do some more experimentation with it. If you are watching this video on YouTube, all the links will be down in the description, including a link to the Hearthstone article and to it's got the deck code in there, so you can just copy this deck and give it a go if you like. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this deck, you want to see something different. And if you do go to the Hearthstone deck, do please give it a +1 if you enjoy it. Other than that, all my social links will be down there in the description as well. So if you want to hit me up, give me a ping on Twitter. Other than that, yeah, hope you enjoyed the deck. And until next time, stay wavy. Bye.